I'm out and about looking for a very specific Christmas decoration. The winterberry on the vine, on the twig actually, covered in snow and ice. There's something about it when it's made to look super realistic. I love it. I love it. So these were the best I could find, but these are certainly not what I was discussing. These are obviously embellished with glitter. These look like fabrications. These look like decorations. These do not actually look like you pluck them from the wilderness, a mountainous region, and place them in your home. They are shiny, they are pretty, but I was hoping to find something that was a little bit more going for realism and coated in like a clear epoxy, polyurethane, that would give the appearance that they were covered in ice or even snow. But never fear, because I brought the scent along anyway. This has become one of my favorite Yankee candles to break out during, well, any time of the year. But this is certainly a winter-themed candle. It is entitled Winterberries by Yankee Candle. As you can see, this one I have burned impeccably, if I do say so myself. So let me stick my nose in this jar and let me try to break this down for you, at least my subjective opinion. Okay, so for most, I'm telling you right off the bat, what's going to come to mind is pine, is that alpine, it's that Christmas, it's that you got that Christmas tree that you just sawed down and you threw it on top of your car, and you got the sap, the residue all over your hands. There's that very sweet pine tree sap smell in this candle. And what's really going to enhance that sweetness, what's really going to bring that sweetness to the next level, is the sweet and tart element of the berry itself. Winterberry. What does winterberry smell like? I've never really gone out and foraged for winterberries, but through experiencing different fragrances, from my experience, winterberries have this very perceived tart, cranberry, red fruit, red currant, raspberry, sour red cherry, Bing cherry. So think of any red fruit that smells tart, that doesn't smell overly sweet. Cranberry is definitely the great place to start, but there's a very big floral, fragrant raspberry element going on here in this candle too. This is the magic of candle making. They don't want you to think of citrus, right? They don't want you to say, oh, there's also a citrus component in this candle. But in order to make this candle as bright and as tart and as sour smelling as it smells, you have to add the addition of a citrus fruit. And to me, it's always back to that bergamot. And if it's not bergamot, it's some form of citrus fruit. The sensation of you're smelling something very, very tart. So you have the herbaceous pine that's already sweet. Almost knocked this over. The sweet red fruit that is extra tart, that is made extra, extra tart by the citrus aromas. But there's more. There's always more. There's a good amount of cedar or a wood component to this candle. Just think cedar, right? Think of straight up, you ripped a little bit of that bark off the base of the tree and you stuck your nose up in there and you got some of that ooey gooey residue. You're getting this very woodsy smell. It reminds me very much of where I would store firewood for the wood stove or for the fireplace. When you walk into that location where you store that firewood, you get a little bit of this smell. It's that very fragrant, dried out, resinous wood. And that's gonna give you a nice big foundation, nice anchor to this candle. Everything else in this fragrance is very bright, very lofty, but having that nice woodsy, very deep bass note is gonna anchor. It's gonna anchor all of that brightness to the floor. And guys, I wanna tell you so much right now. I almost want to lie and tell you that I'm getting a cooling sensation when I smell this candle. Cooling sensation because of the ice in this photograph. What do I mean by cooling sensation? I say this all the time. Cooling sensation like when you smell like Hall's mentholated cough drops or Vicks Vapor Rub. You smell it. It cools down the sinuses. I want there to be this little bit, just a little bit of this cooling sensation. Not a menthol smell, but a cooling sensation when you smell this to enhance that, what we already see in that image, which is ice. And I do not detect that. And I'm not saying that that's a fault of the candle. No. What I'm saying is you don't need it. Again, the importance of labels, your images, the visual aesthetics of candles and fragrance, the importance. We see the ice. We don't need to smell it. Sometimes we don't need to smell it if we can assume it's there. When I smell this, I don't have that cooling sensation, right? But when I smell this, the story that's being told, the experience that I'm having, there is ice. There's icicles incorporated in that story, in that experience. I don't need to smell it. My mind is doing the work. So we don't want to be making these smaller now, do we? No. We don't want to be peeling these off, do we? Scented candles. Very much about storytelling. But we need a little bit of a push. We need a little bit of a nudge. And that's what this photo is going to do for us. It gives us a little bit of that nudge for our minds to go stir crazy and lead us down a path that's going to paint such a beautiful portrait. And speaking of beautiful portraits, beautiful portrait of this winterberry frozen in the wintertime. I really like this candle a lot. If you are into the alpine, pine tree, cedar outdoors, if you love winter-themed candles, this one you have to hunt down. It'll be a little bit hard to come across this one. But it's worth spending a few extra bucks to find it. You'll enjoy it.
It looks like everything says red berry glitter.
Yeah.
But we're remembering that a couple of years ago they were more natural looking.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, thank you very much
You're
for your
welcome.
time. Is that weird? Yeah, it's weird. It's half like this green fluorescent lighting here with this bluish. Any film students out there, this is not how you light. It's still relatively early in the evening. I am drinking coffee, that's just who I am. But I do have to call it an early night because tomorrow we're going on a big trip. I have a big day ahead of me tomorrow, and guess what? I'm taking you with me. You are coming along with me if you choose to join. It's gonna be a fun day filled with holiday festivities turned up to the max. The weather is going to be a little bit treacherous, but we're going to try to handle it with grace. It's not going to be snowy, it's going to be rainy. What is your favorite Christmas album? Now, I don't think you should pick one that you would say is like classic. If you go out there and say Nat King Cole, awesome. But I want to know which Christmas album is super special to you, like one that really digs down deep into your heart and tugs at those little heartstrings. I'm not looking for Billboard's #1. I'm looking for your #1. What is your favorite Christmas album? Leave that in the comments below. Elaborate. I need to update my Christmas playlist this year, so I need some good tunes. I need some good tunes to put on my playlist. So thank you for the help. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for watching and sticking around. If you enjoyed this video and other videos, please remember to hit like. It really helps me out. Tell your friends about us. Tell them to check out the videos. Subscribe. If they don't like the video, they can unsubscribe. But let's try to grow. We're trying to get this snowball effect to happen. And I'm gonna need your help. I need you to help spread the love. Let us grow together. As we grow, we're gonna be able to create much bigger, grander episodes. We're gonna be able to knock on doors and receive entry so we can ask questions. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I've said it tons of times already, but it bears repeating. I hope you're having a super amazing, blessed holiday season. I hope you're exposed to your fam. I hope you're not exposed to your family. I hope you're around your family, but not exposed to them. And guess what, guys? You know what I'm gonna say. You know it. I'll see you guys real soon. Good night.